Alright. So we've talked to the Keeper, Sanctum Universum, House of Allotment, and the Varun Prisoner. Now we gotta return back to the Keeper, the information that he told us to go and get. See what's up.
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
Hmm.
If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. What else did you learn? Yes, what he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Was there anything else? Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel. Well, I suppose that'll make someone laugh. Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it? Ah, but what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified? Yes and no. We believe God is out there waiting for us in the universe, and that the grav jump will bring us closer. But is gravity itself an article of faith? What do you think? It is one of the great contradictions of belief. We feel the presence of something out there, but we insist that it is also everywhere. So you think this word unity describes that divine unknowableness that the Pilgrim searched for?
Ancient humans thought the concept of gravity was miraculous. Until we know more about the unity, we also could be jumping to the wrong conclusions.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
Go to Indom 2. Here we go. just take me back to my ship. Then we'll go to a planet for coordinates to take us where. What? And then we may get attacked as well because we have artifacts. So this is getting very interesting. It is odd to me that the religions in the game had the lore coded uh, with Starborns in Unity. That's something. Oh, that's actually not that far. .24 grab. Okay. Ooh, and we have crazy weather. A lot of uranium on this planet, huh? Doesn't even look like a normal rock. Just looks like some ancient like rocks. I don't know how to get in there. Oh. I like that it goes quiet.
Look at all this. Whoever lived at this homestead.
Oh shoot. special. What the? If you came seeking the right answers, you will know what questions to ask. I'll return your question with the question. If you have read my writings, what is the burden of people? Shoot. I was gonna read them after this. The credulous simplicity of mundane humans never ceases to amaze me. My worst instincts, the evil spirit, draws me towards a form of contempt for them, but I remember that I am privy to that which they are not. I cannot and should not judge them for a lack of vision when I know very well the blinders which obscure their sight I once wore them myself. After all, I hope for their sake that they may someday understand, but for my sake I wish to be left alone. So here is the crux of my troubles. To accomplish anything, I need to work with other people. I need assistance, I need workers, I need hands. As we work together, the inevitability asks questions, and I can never help talking. It starts innocently enough. They want to understand how someone who believes in science can also believe in the divine, or they have their own misunderstanding instilled by some borderline religious remnant. My weakness is an inability to let alone. I want them to understand, so I try gently as I might to nudge their minds along the right path. Then there are follow-ups and followings. The trouble is that I genuinely care for these people. It would be so much easier if I did. Today, in a soft voice, my assistant asked me if there was anything above the unity, if it was all I could do to keep from shouting that I was scarcely comprehend the misunderstanding that would lead to such a question. It was asked honestly, and I answered as best as I could. But if even my closest confident here and can fail to grasp the most basic of these truths, why am I bothering to explain any of it to them? Every word that drops from my mouth gets gobbled up, misheard, misremembered, misunderstood, and mistranslated. Before I can issue the slightest clarification, people are necessary, but people are madness. I attempt to withdraw, to go off alone, to commune with the unity in my own way. They followed, of course they followed. At last a bit of peace, a piece of peace. Is that anything? Is that funny? Why am I trying to be funny? Have they driven me mad at last? Is there a difference between writing to myself and talking to myself? The former certainly seems more acceptable than the latter. I recall again that my mind is in my own, and that even if only it exists, that is sufficient enough for me in everything else. The unity has restored me once more. The time I act alone for now. Myself is formidable opponent. I should have expected as much, but vanity is thankful. Not among my vices. Regardless, it turns out time spent in solitude is, in my case, time with a very sick man, or whatever it has I have become. I don't like this person. I found myself thinking about his various past and my possible futures. I imagine continuing on the road, acquiring more power, more knowledge, more development of myself. I imagine passing through once more to another world to begin the process anew. What is notable here that the road does seem gratifying. Every step is one of intrinsic intrinsic reward, and I feel myself anticipating the pleasures and seeing a more contented version of myself in the future. Then, for the sake of considering all possibilities, I imagine if I took a different path, if I stopped running, stopped seeking to gather in my own power, if I instead embraced the twinges of compassion I feel in my heart and let myself care for the people who seem to gather about me wherever I try to work, if I simply lived and taught and perhaps brought others to the light and died, the road also seems gratifying. I also see a contented version of myself in that future. Here's the difference though, when I stop thinking about the glories I could achieve for myself, the pleasures fades. Nearly immediately, when I stop thinking about staying and building something, the feeling endures. This is something more sustaining about it and more fulfilling. I don't know where this difference signifies, but I'm grateful for the time that I've taken to notice. Alright. Now, how does that help me? This. If you came seeking the right answers, you would know. Yeah. Can I open this door? What are you talking about? What is the burden of people? People are necessary, but people are madness. Who is your most formidable opponent? Well, this is an answer, but this is I have to say his answers. Okay. Where does enduring contentment come from? In growing, becoming better, stronger, and in stopping and embracing compassion. You came here seeking the true meaning of unity. If you still wish to find it, there is one final piece of myself in the next room. I found my own answer a long time ago, but not in the way I was expecting. I hope your journey gives you the truth. But what if somebody just broke in instead of having to do that? Spend some eggs. Seriously. Ooh, there we go. Permanently increase ballistic weapon damage. Insane. Ditch a pick. Here we go. I don't know what the correct answer is. I might never. Increasingly, though, I am comfortable with not knowing. The more I reflect on being here in this world, in this time, the more I think it is precisely where I need to be. This time will be different. It won't be about me, so I won't have to run. I can actually build something with intent instead of scrambling to fix something that others create in my name. It can be something beneficial. I can be something beneficial. I'm leaving behind that other person. This world has no place for him. Let him die. Let me live in enlightened, the blessed universe before me. You have found the end of my journey, but to know everything, you must find its beginning. On Hyla 2, the island hides the scorpion, and the scorpion's sting hides the truth. Okay. I'm loving this lore. I mean, at first I didn't realize I had to answer his answers, but yeah. Been getting pretty bad loot box.
So, what have we got? Animal, vegetable, or mineral?
Let's travel to can leave there. Off silence. Ooh. Millennium. Oh, what's the name of this ship? Where is? Ooh, that's in there deep. Oh, kick. God, slip. I would have liked to fought those people. Really. See what's on this planet. Oh, lead. Aluminum. Water. Let's get it. Once you start to get deep into the lore, the main story really flies by. Ship is loud.
What an incredibly beautiful sculpture. I suspect it was placed here for some sort of specific purpose rather than as an artistic statement. Would would that be this finger? Was that going the wrong way?
Oh, do I have to do the tip? There you go forward. What's it want me to do? Oh.
Scan any promising leads?
The last star. Ah, got you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense for a game like Starfield. Okay, let's take off. Go ahead and, well, I'll save. I know that that ship gets really loud. You can't hear me. Couldn't dock either of those ships.
Restart collective vessel. Please respond. We weren't expecting so many Varun vessels. Most ships would have bugged out and left us with this mess. But you, total class act. Any way we can repay you? Of course. Thanks again for the help. Over and out.
And then, just in case. Rune Eulogy. Ah, forget. I'm gonna have to do this with my mouse. Is it this one? Got some ship parts. And last thing. Hmm. Supposed to be. I see it. surprised I didn't do. Okay. Understand. It's just set course. Out of fuel range. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. We're not even there yet.
I can speak for myself. Constellation ship, you weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us. I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace.
And think of it as a ceasefire meeting. Your one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want. Not a bad description, actually.
We'll explain when we meet. In person.
So are they person?
Let's just say they're very dedicated to stopping me from getting the artifacts. So if you don't trust me, well, they're your next best bet.
I know your encounters with our kind have not been pleasant, but we are here to talk, and you deserve answers.
Alright, let's do it.
Good. See? We can all get along. For now.
It's the Scorpius. That's cool. Oh mom.
emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise. Yes, we did. We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
We are all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should. And who gets to say that? You? Me? The emissary? I have debated morality for near infinity, and all I have found are groups of people enforcing their will on others. Rules and laws spoken as principles, but backed by arms and violence.
Enough. We have more to discuss. The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
Not a relatively expendable Dusty anymore, are you? Look at where you've ended up. I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who stayed at the lodge to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye while we held off the Hunter.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours. They are all connected. I have to. This is bigger than all of us. All the artifacts are needed to complete the Armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp? It means I've seen thousands of universes, collected their artifacts, been to their temples. You have a small taste of their power, but it keeps going. You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks, to give up, to appreciate the universe you have. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it for yourself.
You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides. Bingo.
I want a truce between all three of us. Give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine or the Hunters?
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you.
Leave the Scorpius. Or I could join one of them. Okay. To be fair, I don't like what he's trying to do. And not understand him, but he's power hungry.
Sure you have more questions. Ask.
You might think the emissary is on your side, but your persistence is what forced them to tell you the truth. Remember that.
I know we're not the same people we met in our universes. Still, it's good to see you again, old friend.
The Unity is meant for whomever can get there. Don't fall for that talk of worthiness. The emissary and their kind only want to control you. Whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing a game with us. One whose prize is access to the center of all creation. There are no rules. Whoever gets all the pieces wins. And I've won. Over and over. I don't kill for the Unity. I find the easiest pathway to it. To see what would happen, of course. You might not understand just how many times I've done this. Usually, you're the one who ends up dead, and whoever cries over your body goes on to become the emissary. Sometimes I manage to get you all bunched up and take care of the problem in one go. Sometimes the emissary has gotten to me first, and I never arrive. Hundreds and hundreds of variations of me, hacking through Constellation. And it's almost never you. You making it to your ship on your own. That's new. I took it as a sign. I don't get many of those anymore. They enter the Unity, take artifacts from others, employ force. All the things I do. I am many things, but I would never tell anyone what to do with their gifts. That is your decision, not someone else's. The emissary wants to become the judge of who gets to enter, but the Unity itself doesn't judge. No, we always end up having this meeting at this time. But it's the usual affair. Can we make peace? No. Oh, how tragic. Honestly, I was beginning to wonder why I kept tending. And it's a bad habit I started a long time ago. Perhaps I just like meeting the emissary to gloat. But you have provided something quite new to talk about. Maybe you're a random die roll. Or maybe the Unity is finally responding to all my hard work. I've simply found that it's the quickest way. Talking, forming alliances, waiting for the right moment to commit theft. It's all so tiresome. I'll admit, you getting away has been the most interesting thing to happen in quite some time. As soon as I realized what had happened, I knew I needed to wait until this meeting with the emissary to decide what to do about you.
Okay. There's no way we just talked to one, so...
I'll tell you everything I can.
Already not liking where he's coming from.
When all the artifacts are assembled, the device they create is called the Armillary. In many ways, it's a model of the multiverse itself. Through it, you can reach the Unity, and from there, you can become Starborn. You've seen the terror the Hunter causes. Every time a Starborn goes through the Unity, they get more artifacts, find more temples, gain more power. We can't let more like him abuse these gifts to destroy whatever's in their way. Different? I never know who you are when I meet a new version. But so much of you stays the same. It's hard, but each universe is precious in its own way. Mine will never have its original you in it again, as yours won't have its real me. It's not an easy experience to describe, but the Unity will speak to you, offer you the chance to become Starborn. You will be leaving this universe behind to be reborn. Everything you were before will be gone. Maybe that's why it offers the choice. Compassion? Or is it testing us?
Well, alright. Oh. So, let's see what happens when I leave. And then, if not, then this will be my outro. Let's take off. Okay.
Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be. Seek the moon of old Earth. There are secrets there you must discover for yourself. Here, to open the way. Yes, I will say no more. I do not always know if you are a person I should be helping. Forgive me. I have also found that advice is a poor substitute for experience. I ask you again, go to Earth's moon. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure that they have gathered more information on the remaining artifacts in the fringes of space. Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
Alright. That's it for this one. See y'all in the next one. I can't wait. Adios.